While the president spent today in Chicago thanking supporters and getting set for tonight's events, challenger Mitt Romney broke from tradition, hitting the campaign trail for some last-minute stops in key battle states. In Montana, a record turnout is expected, and that's where we find our Daryl Rummel tonight.
Montana voters are showing up in record numbers across the state. More than 3,600 absentee ballots were handed out. More than 79% of those have been returned. It's been a steady stream to the polls all day here in Shelby, where they've registered as many as 50 brand new voters. They say it's not just because of the tight race between Mitt Romney and Barack Obama, but because of the tight Senate race in the state between John Tester and Dennis Ryberg. In the sleepy town of Shelby, Montana, voters are expected to be lined up well into the evening to cast their ballots. While the candidates have promised progress and a new tomorrow, voters here simply hope for a better economic forecast in what they call a critical election.
Well, I think most everybody's ready for a change. I think I am.
And the way things are here in this state with the business climate, hope it goes a Republican way, but we'll have to see. It's going to be real close.
It's very volatile. It's very intense.
President Obama clinged to a slight lead as the polls opened on Tuesday. In Montana, elections officials say it's sure to be a long night. Bev Rogers has seen voters and candidates come and go over her 40-plus years as an elections officer, but the race between Obama and Romney is the closest she can recall.
Recently, years, yeah.
Elections officials say they're on track for one of the highest voter turnouts in this county's history. Before 7:30 this morning, 35 had already cast their ballots.
Well, besides the presidential election, that's a big part of it, but also it's because of the Ryberg and Tester race. And I think that a lot of people have a good opinion about that, and I think it's going to be a very close race. I expect we'll be in our office very late tonight doing ballots.
Under the Obama administration, officials say Montana suffered job losses where growth was promised under his national energy strategy. It meant slowdowns for coal power production. Montana is historically a swing state, but in recent years has voted Republican. It was that way in 2008 when this state elected John McCain by just 2%. Voters I spoke to all day say that no matter the outcome, something needs to be done about the economy and jobs in this state. And they'll start to find out after 8 o'clock tonight. Daryl Rummel, CTV News, Shelby, Montana.
Okay, thank you, Daryl. Election officials in Shelby say they've traditionally waited until the polls close to begin counting, but with an influx in voters this time around, they plan to start counting around 6.